Yo guys, and welcome to my team analysis of my PBA Little Cup all-season team. My name is Lord Earn and I'm the coach of the Amsterdam Drapians. This is the first time that I am doing something like this, so stick with me if I make mistakes or anything like that. I just want to have fun with this Little Cup all-season. I was like, I'm gonna try this as well and see how it goes. Alright. So, as you can see, my team is on the screen right now. I'm going in depth on every single mon and what I expect of them to do in this video, and let's get right into it. Well, first we have our schedule. First week, I am in a very difficult division. We have, well, I don't play all of them, but well, yes, we have one interconference week in week 2. In the division that I'm in, we have the Montgomery Medic Roses, who are currently in the final, I think, of the PBA Season 2. We have the Dutch Dragon Eyes, that is a Dutch derby. I'm bringing my friend Ape then. He is a decent battler. In week 3 we have we face against the Los Angeles Club Fables, which are coached by Greg Lader, and he is a force to be reckoned with. Next up, we have in week 4 we have the North London Artilleries, also coached by Callum, and he is a AABL Season 2 league champion of one of the leagues. We had 3 divisions. We had Hoenn, Johto and Kanto. And then in week 5 we face up against the Washington DC Diglets, coached by Arik, also a league champion of one of the conferences of the AABL. So alright, let's get a little bit in depth with our mons. Let's start off with Mien Phu. Mien Phu is a tier 1 Little Cup mon. It's great, it's fast, it has base 65, I think, if it wants to open. Yeah, base 65 speed, has base 85 attack, if you like say element nature with 3-1 AVs. With 19 in attack, it's for Little Cup it's pretty high. I haven't seen many mons that get higher. Well, I have one, but that's there. But like you can, let's just delete this, and because there are many sets you can run Life Orb, Regenerator. So if you want to switch, you can. If you get a little bit of damage, you can U-turn out of there. You can, for the fighting types, eventually you can go with acrobatics. You can fake out for the first turn and then switch out. Power up points to power up your physical attack even more. You can run high jump kick. The only thing is, if you miss, it really hurts. And you can run rock slide for the flying types if you're not faster than that. You can even run some Swords Dance to set up. And for the heavy mons you can locate, but I don't think there are many heavy Pokemons in Little Cup. Only I think Onyx is pretty heavy in Little Cup. So far it's not that big of a deal. Next up we have Ferroseed. Ferroseed is something I've never used, to be honest. So I don't know. You can the only ability that it has is Iron Barb, so you can run a bulky set with Rocky Helmet. You can go with Lead Sheet, like get a lot of damage off to themselves if they want to not. You can run like let's say Stealth Rocks for the entry hazard, Spikes, and T-Wave. You can really stall people out with this. Well, the only thing is that you need, well, you have Lead Sheet for recovery, but it's not that great. But you can run different sets. You can run physical defensive, especially defensive. So it's something that is really, I think, going to help me defensive wise. Next up we have Zigzagoon. To be fair, when I first got Zigzagoon, I wasn't too happy about it. but then I looked into Smogon and I saw what this thing can do. If you slap a berry juice, let's say quick feet, because I'm not really that, the abilities aren't that great. Pick up Gluttony. Gluttony is something that I want to use because of berry juice. I think still counts as a berry, and so it's used it earlier. But with the move that we are going to run, I think at least once or maybe more is Belly Drum. The Belly Drum set with extreme speed, with Thief for the ghost types, and Seed Bomb for any water type or rock types that resist extreme speed. Because with base 60 it's still fast, and if you can bulk a sweeper, have a little bit HP advancement, so you have a odd number of, so I don't know if it counts, but I don't know the exact stats of Belly Drum. But with its attack is pretty low, but if you can get the Belly Drum off at a +6, at that point in time it will wreck houses. It can OHKO a lot of things. I have counted a little bit already with Zigzagoon, and it's a force to be reckoned with. Next up we have Trap Pinch. Trap Pinch is the only one with a base 100 stat in a Little Cup. I think, don't quote me on that exactly, but I think it's the only one that has a base 100 stat. So even with no EV investment, it already has 16 in attack. So if you go max attack, it's 19, and if you go adamant, it's 20. It's a 20 attack Pokemon, which is pretty high in Little Cup. Like I said, Mienfoo with max attack, adamant, no, not bashful, adamant, is 19. So I got really good physical attackers on my team. With Trap Pinch you have, I don't really know any sets for Trap Pinch. Like you can have Hyper Cutter to eliminate Intimidate Mons, Sheer Force to have even a higher damage, high damage move, and like Crunch for the anything else. You can run, let's say, Rock Slide. So the power of that, it goes up as well, because the chance of flinch is gone with Sheer Force. You can run, let's say, Earthquake. It doesn't get the Sheer Force boost, but still Stab is base 100 power with the base 100 attack. Stab, and if you slap a Life Orb on it, it will wreck houses. And Quick Attack for if you need a fast and little kill. If your mom has low HP, Quick Attack, because its base stat, base speed is pretty low. Same speed as Ferroseed. So on speed tiers, it's not going to do that much. Next up we have our first Gen 7 Mon. And I think it's my only Gen 7 Mon in this Gen 7 Little Cup off season. We have Alolan Vulpix. Alolan Vulpix is, I thought it was Fairy type when it was a Vulpix, but it gets the Fairy type when it evolves into Ninetales. So that is a bit of a letdown, but nonetheless, with Snow Warning, Blizzard, its speed is base 65 as well. So if you go, like, let's say you go Timid Nature, with max speed investment, it's 17. With a Choice Scarf on it, it's not going to be outsped by a lot of things. And Blizzard hits hard, and with the Snow Warning, you get heal up, and you do damage after damage after damage. But it also get, if you want to be, if you don't want to be Choice Scarf, you can run Agility to raise its speed, but it doesn't really take a hit. You can run Extrasensory for the eventual potion types, Freeze Dry for the water types or any others, and you can even run Moonblast for the dragon types, even though your stab Blizzard will do more, I think, but Moonblast also helps you against the fighting types, because I'm kind of fighting weak. Next up we have Solosis. Solosis, also a regenerator mon, so I don't know if it gets access to U-turn. No, it doesn't get access to U-turn, so you have to manually switch it out. Or does it get baton pass? I don't think so. No, it doesn't get baton pass. But in any case, you can Calm Mind up with this thing, slap an Eviolite on it. Eviolite, let's say Magic Art, so you don't get toxic, burned, or anything like that. Get Recover on it, Psychic, and eventual Shadow Ball, like that, something like that is maybe something I would run, but I don't know. I haven't looked into this mon a lot, but I'm really excited to use it. It's bulky, but the only thing is it is knockoff weak, so I need to really think about, because knockoff is something that is going to be really it's something that a lot of coaches will bring if they have Solosis, because this is a randomized draft, so we couldn't pick anything ourselves except for our captain, and that one is going up later. But with Solosis you have knockoff weakness, and a lot of coaches do tend to have 1 or 2 months that have knockoff, so I need to be really careful not to switch it in, or well, low cup you don't want to switch anything in, but I really need to be careful about knockoffs. These were the first 6 of our team, and let's go to our next 4, our last 4. We have Qingling. Qingling is not that great. It's we are getting to our low. I think this are the tier 5 ones, so it's not great. It has a low HP, low attack, low defense. Its special attack is decent. Its special defense is decent, and its speed is a bit under par. But with Left 8, I got a rock, or not rock, a ground immunity. It's the only ability he has. So, and let's see, he can get Calm Mind, he gets Dazzling Gleam, he can be a healer, he can set off screens. He's more of a cleric for me than anything else on my team, because I do have the ability now to, I didn't even know he gets heal bell, so well, it's a bell, so it shouldn't make sense, but this time I have a healer on my team, so if I get status, I have the ability to change it all around, or get at least rid of burns and that kind of stuff on, for example, my Mienfu. Next up we have Petred. Petred is something else. It has analytic, so it's slow. It has base 42, so if you don't want anything, you don't want any speed investment, you can run analytic. Its movesets are kind of on par. It's not a great. It's base 45 attack and base 35 special attack, so it's more of a physical attacker, but it doesn't have that many great defenses as well. So you can run, like, say, Crunch. It gets nasty buff for some reason, but its special move pool is, well, it has decent special move pool, but you can run Zen Headbutt, you can run Super Fang if you want to make sure that a Pokemon that has Berry Juice is just on par with not using the Berry Juice, and then kill it off next turn. You can run Return with Max Happiness, and let's say let's give it a Silk Scarf to get its return even more power, but you can do something else like that. You can run Life Orb, Choice Band, or something else, because you don't need speed to be good with this mon. But it can be something like, it has 16 attack if you go Adamant with max attack investment, so it's something that is usable, but I don't see me bringing it as much as I think some people want me to bring it as much. Next up we have Tepig. Tepig is a bit bulkier. It has decent attack, but its speed, defenses, special attacks are not that great. Its only really usable ability is Blaze, because Big Fat Fire and Ice type moves against this Pokemon deal damage half. It's not that great because it already resists fire, it already resists ice, and if you get a bit more bulk against ice types and fire types, but it doesn't really work that much. But you have Body Slam, Fire Blast. It has Flare Blitz, so you can really go ham with. If only it got Reckless as a hidden ability as well as Emboar does, because with Flare Blitz, Hatch Smash, Superpower, it has a really high damaging moves. It's the same goes for Emboar. I've used Emboar before. Emboar is a great mon to use, but I'm curious to see how his little baby brother is going to do in the Little Cup off season. But next up we have our captain Wilmer, also named Mini Blimp, because this is the one Pokemon that already have a nickname for. Well, and also Alolan Vulpix. I'm gonna call her after a friend of mine. But Mini Blimp, the Wilmer, is really, really awesome. I loved Wilmer a lot since a certain case log I did with my friend Dugames, and at that point I really fell in love with Wilmer. But yes, water fail, so it cannot be burned. Pressure, so you have less PP on the other side of the field. I think water fail is something that is really well. It lets you don't have any chip damage on you for burns. And then the set that I really like is Choice Scarf, Water Spout. Water Spout. At this high HP that Wilmer has, it does immense amounts of damage. It's fast, it's faster than its base 60. I didn't expect it to be that fast. It's not that great in defensive, but it has high HP, so it has base 29 without 0 EVs at level 5. So if you turn it up all the way, you have 32 HP. Not that many Pokemon in Little Cup can say that they have above 30 HP. But Water Spout, you can run Clear Smog if anyone wants to set up on you. You can run Hydro Pump. If your HP gets low, you can run Scald to get the burns. You can run Physical as well, because the physical attack is still base 70, so it's not that bad. And you can also run Ice Beam, you can run Blizzard. If I pair it up with my Alolan Vulpix, if I get the heal up even longer, then I can run Blizzard on this as well. So it gets the boost of the Ice type, of the heal, and it never misses the Blizzards. That is something that's really important. You can run Body Slam to have a chance to paralyze some people. So all in all, it's a great mon, and I'm really looking forward to use this. And that wraps up our team analysis. Like I said, it's the first time I'm doing something like this. I'm still new to this, and I haven't looked into all the mons perfectly to know what sets they commonly use. And because I don't play Little Cup that often, I've played one off season with the D&D League. And now it's first time I'm joining the PBA, and for this off season. So guys, if you like this, I hope you did like it. It's like I said, I'm new to this and I'm babbling on right now. So guys, I will see you all next week with my team builder and our week 1 match against the Montgomery Metagrosses. See you guys next time.